Hi everybody, this is Samuel Dervis. Welcome to my channel. I want to say this would probably be part 2 of the other. I'm not sure what I'm going to call these two yet, but I do want to bring up that it's similar to the 40-day, 40-night connection because we're still in it. I would say it would finish either the 3rd of March or by the 4th or by the 11th. Those are the two dates that I feel that it connects with. And it's just because it seems like we could shift early or we could go on the time that it is. Because if you look at the ancient calendars, 12/21/12 would actually be March 11th of this year, 2021, or supposed 2021 year, which would actually be 2020. Which would be connected to also 2012 connection, where we're actually in 2012, not 2020 connection. But some say, but we're in 2021. Well, the calendar, according to Charlie Freak and others in ancient calendars, technically, it depends on what calendar you're following. It seems like it goes from February 12th to March 11th from what I've seen. Or February 12th to March 22nd is when the New Year would be. So Chinese New Year was February 12th to my knowledge, but it goes for a certain amount of time. And it seems like it connects now. And it's about to end in a few days. So March 1st to March 3rd, I would say, and March 3rd to March 11th, and March 11th to the 27th and 28th of March would be the time that I'm saying that everybody just feels it's March. For some reason, March is the time. So, and it connects with a lot of different thoughts and ideas, and marching in kind of reminds me of a religious song, but there's a lot of different stuff that's happening that connects. So first off, the first day of March would be the first day of Women's History Month, would be March 1st. So that's going to be interesting, and that will be Monday. So, first day of Women's History Month. So, March is Women's History Month. So, that's interesting. So, also, the 4th of March is, many are saying, of the awakening community or different communities that connect with belief that different people are still alive and different things are going to happen, which could be where we're going to get 7,500, and they say now it's 10,000, which is a better number, and it connects with everything. So everybody's getting 10,000 is what some have said on the 4th of March somehow. And I don't know what that means, and it's connected to different Q communities and different other communities and awakening communities mostly. And then the med beds that aren't med beds, that are more light energy frequency machines, that will come by April, May, June, July. So between April and July. But we may not even need it. It's only going to be for those that really kind of need it because they didn't fully shift or weren't able to shift due to controls or other things that stop them from fully shifting, and to maybe get out of certain things out of them in the realm that they're in. So I don't know. To help them with the shifting for the trickeries that have been done to undo the trickeries that have been done to me and others, and to take stuff out of us. But the shift should dissolve metals and other things out of us and give us new whole form body forms, and angels will be around us eventually as the shift happens, and they'll put us into beds or things, or to help regrow things if needed after those dissolved things come out of us and are gone or dissolve or change. So we'll get new forms of bodies or new forms of beings and all sorts of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff there. Now, when I look at this, people are like, it keeps doing that. I'm like, well, you know what? This just reminds me of Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was very into different things, and he had this hair area that just kept coming and wanting to go in front, connected to his cape and all of that. And I'm just like, it just reminds me of me being similar to Doctor Strange and his abilities. And then I have iron rods in my back or whatever, and in my leg, and so it reminds me of being Iron Man and different other things. And then there's a lot of different stuff that I connect with, and so I have an ultimate connection, many lifetimes and many different thoughts of heroes and superheroes and all sorts of stuff. So really what's happening with me is I'm multiple being connections, or radiate that, but not radiate, I vibe that, and I connect with that in a good form of radiation, gamma rays and other forms and other things. So all I know is what is happening is people are changing and turning into things that are beyond what others have ever thought could happen to people and beings. And so what is about to occur is we're going to turn into forms of beings that are beyond what others have ever thought we would become. But yeah, it's getting very entertaining and very fun and very just amazingly fantastic. And there are multiple Earth and multiple changes and multiple variants and systems and situations occurring and happening worldwide. And we are becoming part of that change. The world is turning more crystallized, connected, and it's purging the rest of our 3D energy forms and bodies and buildings and everything, and it's turning us into bigger forms and beings. And so that's what's going to happen. So I would say by basically by March 11th is when the full shift is going to happen. We have different merging of different lifetimes merging into us and different connections that are happening to us. And it's going to purge anything that doesn't serve us individually. Even if we think it does, it will be gone. Anything that you think doesn't serve you but does serve you will be there. And then you'll wake up to why it serves you. Things that you think are dark will come and show that it's just a shadow of a light that's shining on something that created that to happen to help you with something else. So things that you think come out bad will come out good. And you'll have less bad, and you'll realize it's more good than bad, and miracles happen from it. So I don't know all the answers. I don't know all that's happening and why it's happening and what's going to happen next. But there is many things occurring. So I'm going to tell you right now that we are changing. We're becoming new forms and new forms of beings, and we're about to shift. So March 1st is the day of the portal, the 1212 portal. March 11th will be the 1221-12. That's the ending of the old, beginning of the new. And it's interesting that it's March that it's happening in, because it's number three, but it's really number 1. 3 becoming 1. Isn't that interesting? 3 becoming 1, which would also be a 4. You see what is going on? There's too many synchronicities not to notice this. And it's really cool because it's just the darkness turning into really being a shadow of the light, shadow to light. So we've already gotten the darkness going into light because that's what's happening. And the 40 days, 40 nights of suffering, but turning into blessings later. Because it's really not suffering, it's just things changing and leaving you to bring in better, healthier, loving things. And it's a gradual change to get you to the ultimate change. So these are just little teeny gifts to get you by for what you feel is wanted and hoped for, to help you for what's really coming, so that you don't longer have to worry about any of those things anymore. They're just showing you that they're trying to tell you, sorry, we borrowed this, now we're giving it back to you, now we're doing all these things for you. Now you have an ultimate life, and you don't have to worry about any of those things anymore. So that's what's happening. So we are changing from shadow to light, and the light and the dark are coming together, which is what just happened, and a portal just opened in the middle, and now we have basically a wormhole of the darkness going to their place and the light going into their place, and they're becoming equal in the middle, and it's becoming more apparent that we are going through the ultimate shift. So now, since that wormhole has occurred, it brought the beings from the other dimensions and all dimensions into making this a whole new Earth form. And now new timelines can sprout that will be optimum timelines of good, that different vibrational forms can spring off of and become their ultimate self. And then everything will be balanced again. It's basically bringing in fullness of self. That's all it is. And it's really cool. So what we're about to go through right now is we have a few things happening that seem like delays. And it's because they're fake blessings. They're old blessings that were supposed to be given but never got given because an ultimate blessing was given instead. But they're still there just in case there's a delay on the ultimate blessing being given. So right now we're getting the 3D blessings because we're just watching a movie that's replaying before it shifts and changes. And now we're going through the ultimate changes that will finally be given the ultimate occurrence of what we all really are. So they've been basically keeping us in this form of trappedness so that the secret spiritual war would be hidden, but now it's going to be revealed because the light has won and everything has become balanced and everybody has been freed. And so now there's no war to have because everybody is acclimated, and the dark entity that has been making things dark and controlled has dissolved and has shut down because it was confused and it was lost and it thought it was something, or it thought it deserved to be something, or it was programmed to be something it didn't need to be, and now it's being healed. And so all the secrets will be revealed, and now we'll know the true stories of what's really been going on, and the true histories and the true beings and all of them, every single one of them, all the histories, and what really was what. And some will be disappointed. Some of you won't be that disappointed because ultimately you win in the end anyway. And it's going to be amazing, the blessings you receive. And it'll be exactly what you thought you would receive. But then you'll get more because you'll realize that it was more ultimate than what you thought it was. It was less conditional than you were taught it was. It's more unconditional. Like I always hoped and others have hoped. And then you're going to feel bad for the way that you've treated others or have been taught to treat others or misinterpreted, and we're all going to hug and we're all going to be like, we're sorry, and we'll know. And we'll just heal each other because we'll have all our thoughts and our abilities back. And it will be really fast. It will be so powerful that there is no need to suffer anymore. And all will be free. That's what's so great about this. And they're like, well, what about those that are so dark that can't be? Well, they're already been healed. There was something that was keeping them that way. There was something like a sliver or whatever that was in their situation, keeping them to be that form, and they didn't know it, and we freed them from it. Let them be aware of it. And then once it was freed, now they're happy and they love you for it, and they want to be near more because you just saved them from torment that they've been going through for a long time, and they didn't know how to get out of it, and all they wanted is to be recognized what it was and to be hugged and loved so that they could be free from it. But those are only the ones that wanted that. The ones that don't want that, don't do it. Do it until they're freed from the harm that's been done to them, so that they can have it be freed for where it originated from, so that that originality can be healed and corrected. So then everything will be brought to light and brought out from the dark that's been holding on to it to bring out all the secrets. So that's what's happening. So I brought this up before, I feel, but I'm bringing it up again because it's about to end. So what's happening is by March, if these calendar understandings are correct, it would be March 3rd, 4th, and March 11th, and March 27th and 28th. So those are the dates that I know for now. There are more dates after that will just be more apparent. If nothing happens by, I would say, the 27th, I'm going to be meditating a ton again. But this is because enough is enough, and peace needs to be for all, and truth needs to be given. But March is supposed to be the time of bringing out everything. Everything's supposed to be known. And it also could be the time of the returning of the old ones and of Palladians in all sorts of forms. And that's just coming from other individuals. So what's happening is everybody that's been bullies and bulliers, they're going to be put in their place and healed and corrected. And they're going to realize that them doing that is no longer required and they don't need to. And then everybody will be sorry, and they'll make up and try to make up for all they've done. And some of us won't even require it anymore. We're just, whatever, well, thank you. Whatever you can help is great. We appreciate it. But we have more than enough now. And then they're going to feel bad that they can't help to make up for what they know they should have. So they might as well just do it now until this happens. That's what's happening now. Everything is reversing and doing good, and that's what all these secret returnings are. It's them trying to give little pieces so they can feel useful for you. But the big stuff is what we'll really need, and that's what's coming. And so the little stuff, we need to appreciate it, because it is great to have that and to appreciate that it's there, so that we can appreciate more of the stuff that is ready to go along with it. So it's really just everybody wants to do their part and provide what they can, and that's what we're getting right now. So it's really cool. It's going to get a lot better. Some of the things that we've gotten were great, and they didn't really go out the way we really hoped they would be, but it was something that was still cool, and it helped us get something to go along with it that we chose to that might bring even more. So it's just realize that what's happening right now is we have the 20 days to 20 to 30 day to 40 days of darkness to light, shadow to light situations. So things that come across as bad or irritating will turn out to be amazing and a blessing for you and for all of us. So the more we bless others and provide blessings, the more blessings will come to you. Because especially if you're doing it with me and others that want all to bless. Because if we add our energies together, it will just bring abundance of blessings for all. So blessing you, blessing me, blessing you, blessing me, blessing you, blessing me. We just bless. It just boom, and then others come with us and do it too. It's part of the studies. It's part of the blessing into being knowledge. And so I bless you right now with all my heart. Right now I feel really tired. I need to get some food and stuff in me, and I bless myself and I bless you. But my next videos, I'm going to try to start doing some meditation blessing videos. Right now, this is just me giving you information of things that are happening, and it's really awesome. I'm really excited because your manifesting focuses are coming true faster. And it starts with small things and it builds up so that you have the big things with it. But it's teaching you of things that might serve you later that you didn't know would. And so it's good to know about these things because they might be something that are good to have for some other reason that you'll love, and you can turn it into things that reminded you of your past childhood that you wish you would have had, that you can provide to another, so that another version of you can have it, and the version that you have now may be able to as well if we decide to. So really, it's getting really cool. It's getting really awesome, and it's just becoming amazing and powerful. So bless you all, from my heart to yours. Now, we have everything we desire. So I'm going to do some blessing meditations later, but I just wanted to say that I bless you with all my heart, and know that we all are about to shift. It's coming. So March 11th is my cutoff date of awareness, but March 27th, 28th would be the biggest time that I'd be paying attention as well. But really, it could happen tonight, and it could happen tomorrow night, and by the 3rd or the 4th. But definitely by the 11th, something really big is happening. Some say that we're already going through it. We're already blessing, and it's already occurring, where we are already in 5D, and that the earth is just crystallizing, and that the houses and stuff are just made in certain shapes that keep the old energy, and soon this energy is going to purge itself and turn into a better form of itself. And so all the shapes and buildings and everything is just going to be altered and changed into better circuit board systems of the better system of that higher realm to go along with it, and it'll be a better system. So it's going to be really cool. Everybody's going to be free to be what they fully ultimately desire to be. And so anyway, bless you all. Love you from the heart. And just know everything is changing. It's happening now. Now. Bless you all. There.